Look, attention fragmentation is quite literally the worst it's ever been. Right now, we're distracted, we're totally scattered, and we're being pulled in 1,000 different directions all at once. So let's just dive straight into this explainer, because today we're unpacking author Daniel Pink's exact blueprint to rebuild and save our focus before it's too late. And Pink? Well, he doesn't sugarcoat this. He issues a really stark, urgent warning here. You see, this isn't just about spacing out during a boring afternoon meeting. This is a full-blown environmental crisis. Our collective potential is literally on the line. As he puts it, if we don't fix this, we're toast, as workers, as learners, and honestly, just as humans. So I want to issue a direct challenge to you right now. Can you watch this entire explainer full screen at normal 1x speed with absolutely zero distractions? Let's gamify this a bit and test your attention span right here, right now. For the next few minutes, no extra tabs, no phantom phone checking, just you, me, and your focus. Here is our exact roadmap for today. 5 simple, science-backed steps to take our hijacked minds back. Establish your focus baseline, eliminate attention leeches, practice deep work rituals, leverage breaks, and finally, reconnect to meaning. All right, let's get right into it. Step 1, establish your focus baseline. You know the old saying, you can't fix what you haven't measured? Well, that is absolutely true for your brain. We usually operate with this fragmented brain, right? Just habitually checking our phones every couple of minutes out of pure reflex. But Pink argues that attention is actually a muscle. And to train a muscle, you need a starting point. So here's what you do. Grab a physical book and just time yourself. How long can you actually sit and read without getting up or checking a screen? Really try to push yourself, but, and this is crucial, do not judge yourself. If your baseline is only 2 minutes, totally fine. Write it down, that's your starting point, and we're going to build from there by starting small and stretching it out over time. Step 2, eliminate those attention leeches. Now, if your baseline is a little lower than you'd like, remember, this isn't entirely your fault. There are billion-dollar tech companies actively engineering ways to hijack your brain. To fix your environment and take the wheel back, you need to take 3 immediate actions. First off, create a strict no-phone zone when you have deep work to do. Literally, put the thing in another room. Second, turn off your notifications across all your devices. Just shut them all down. And third, please close those 27 open internet tabs. You can still check your regular sites, but only in dedicated scheduled blocks. These are highly actionable, quick wins that will instantly block out the noise. Moving on to step 3. Practice deep work rituals. Consistency is the absolute name of the game here. You have to train your mind to stop wandering, which means actively signaling to your brain that it's time to lock in. Pink borrows a brilliant concept here from Cal Newport, the Georgetown professor behind the book Deep Work. A deep work ritual is just a consistent cue. You know, some writers light a specific candle when they sit down. Some coders put on the exact same lo-fi playlist. Some entrepreneurs have a dedicated chair and a specific mug they use. The physical action itself doesn't matter at all. What matters is the consistency. It's exactly like hitting play on a soundtrack your brain already intimately recognizes. It literally tells your mind, okay, stop wandering, it's time to focus. So try to create your own starting ritual today. Step 4, leverage breaks and movement. It's so easy to think that fixing your attention means you just gotta grit your teeth and white-knuckle it at your desk for 12 hours. But pushing through a massive focus block is actually a terrible idea. 90 minutes. Science tells us that 90 minutes is the absolute maximum threshold for human focus before your performance just falls off a cliff. If you try to push past that 90-minute mark without a break, you aren't being productive, you're just actively fighting your own biology. We all fall for the myth of the heroic worker, right? That person who just grinds through exhaustion, convinced they're crushing it. But the reality is what Pink hilariously calls the toddler brain. Think of your brain exactly like a toddler. What happens to a toddler when you withhold their snacks and their naps? They completely melt down. Ignoring your brain's biological need to recover doesn't make you a hero, it just makes you cranky, fried, and wildly unproductive. High performers know that breaks aren't a distraction from the work, they're a vital part of it. So your assignment today is to actively schedule a 15-minute walk. Go outside, leave the phone behind. Just give yourself that biological recovery. And finally, step 5, reconnect your attention to meaning. I know meaning sounds a bit fluffy, maybe a little overly philosophical, but it is actually a highly effective tactical strategy for laser focus. Because ultimately, purpose is what fuels persistence. Before you start any major task, you should actively be asking yourself, why does this matter and who benefits? Pink shares this fantastic personal anecdote about this. While he was working on his last book, he found himself ridiculously distracted, just scrolling on his phone, watching random sports highlights instead of, writing his book. He finally realized his core problem wasn't a lack of discipline. It was a lack of purpose. He'd lost his why. So he took a step back, typed out his exact purpose for writing the book, and physically taped it to his wall. Once he connected his attention back to that deeper meaning, the work stopped feeling like a chore and became a choice. The words just started flowing again. So let's do a quick recap to lock in the whole shebang. 1. Establish your baseline. Measure it without judgment so you can train it like a muscle. 2. Eliminate those attention leeches and fix your rigged environment. 3. Build your own deep work rituals. 4. Take actual breaks before your brain crashes. Respect that 90-minute biological limit. And 5. Connect your focus to a larger purpose. Apply these steps and I guarantee you'll start getting your time back. And hey, if you want to dive even deeper into this, Pink's source material mentions a free newsletter called The Pink Report, which is just packed with more ideas and stories to help you work smarter. I want to wrap up this explainer by leaving you with a thought from Daniel Pink that honestly stopped me in my tracks. Life is not meant to be lived in 15-second increments. It is such a profound reminder of what's really at stake here. Every single time we give into that endless scroll, we're giving away fragments of our actual lives. The sooner you reclaim your attention, the sooner you reclaim your life. So what are you going to reclaim today?